October. Welcome to This Day. It is October 1st. So as you can see by my background, we're going to have lots of pumpkins and wonderful leaves and all the great things that fall will bring. So welcome to the show. All right, on our show today, we have Young Kim, who is a candidate for U.S. Congress, and she's going to tell us all about her campaign and why she would like your vote. Then we talked to John Pearlstone and Tony Robbin with the Village Music Club, and they've got a performance coming up, and Tony Robbin is with the band, so he's going to tell you all about the band. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our local weather. We are looking at nice skies this weekend. 79, 64, 79, 65, and then 80, 68. And of course, we're burning off the fog in the morning, so just be patient. Somewhere around the 11 o'clock hour, we should be seeing the sun. If you are traveling, take a look at these numbers. Beaches are 71, 63, 74, 64, 73, 58. In Palm Springs, 98, 75. Tahoe, 71. Big Bear, 72. And Mammoth, 71. And Las Vegas, 95. So we're looking at, fairly nice temperatures for the first start of our October weekend. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:45, and our sunset will be at 6:36. And our daylight savings time doesn't start changing until November, so keep you apprised of that. All right, when we come back, we will have Young Kim, who's a candidate for Congress, so stick around.
The California Attorney General, Ron Bonta, issued a consumer alert on hearing aids sold over the counter or online. Quote, while hearing aids sold online or over the counter may appear to be more cost effective than traditional hearing aids, they may not properly address your particular hearing loss needs, or they may be outright scams. He goes on to say, get checked by a licensed hearing professional and beware of misleading claims. Call Advanced Ear Care today for answers on over-the-counter hearing aids and options. Tell them Stewart sent you.
Welcome back. Well, today we have Young Kim, who is here because she is a candidate for U.S. Congress. Well, welcome. It's nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me again, Lisa.
And I know there are a lot of things to cover, and there was a redistricting, so we'll probably start with that. But before we get into all of those details, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Of course. I'm very honored to represent California's 39th Congressional District, but as you said, I'm running for re-election in the 40th District. This includes much of the communities that I already represent in my 39th current district, and many of the cities that I'm already very familiar with for having worked in Orange County for a number of years with former Congressman Ed Royce that represented 39th District, which I am currently representing. Right. So I'm working really hard to ensure that the promise of America that I come to know and respect, and someone as an immigrant from South Korea who's living the American dream, I want to make sure that my future generation is also available to have the same opportunities that I had. This is where I raised four adult children, and now my grandchildren are also living in it. Right. So I'm working hard every single day as your representative in Washington to ensure that we're fighting inflation, we're fighting the organized retail crimes, we're fighting to ensure that America becomes energy independent. There are a lot of issues that we're addressing, and we've been addressing those, and I'll do more. Right.
Now, we did show the map a little bit, so it goes goes all the way up as far north as where? Go ahead and tell us.
The current district that overlaps with the new district includes Yorba Linda, Anaheim Hills, eastern part of Brea, and Chino Hills. Okay. That will remain. And I pick up Villa Park, North Tustin, Orange, Aliso Viejo, Mission Viejo, Laguna Woods, Laguna Hills, Lake Forest, Rancho Santa Margarita, Coro de Casa, and several unincorporated areas, including Tropical Canyon, Silverado.
Okay. Now, when you take a look at that area, a lot of those are fairly governed by our Orange County Sheriff's Department. And so I know that you work closely with them.
Yes.
What are some concerns that the residents have regarding that?
The rise of retail crimes and organized retail crimes, smash and grab crimes. Just this month, this year alone, starting April, June, July, August, and most recently, just a couple of weeks ago, there have been jewelry shops in my district at the Brea Mall, K Jewelers, Kevin Jewelers, and also in Yorba Linda, Dave Heyman's jewelry shops, and most recently another T-Mobile shops. These are the shops that are being targeted by those organized retail crime and criminals continuing to do those. And so that becomes a real concern for residents and businesses. So I've been teaming up with Orange County Sheriff Department, who is also part of my community public task force, and we've been addressing it. They are supportive of my legislation, federal investigations on organized retail crimes, so we can share information and share the intelligence that at the federal and state level they gather, so they can share it immediately with the local law enforcement, so we can bring those criminals to justice immediately.
That's excellent news. And then you also support veterans. Tell me how you support veterans too.
Veterans are, first of all, let me tell you, I'm a wife and a sister of veterans. Collectively in my family, I think I may have shared this before, we have close to 70 years of service to this wonderful country we call home. And we wanted to give back. And so I know the sacrifices the veterans have made, and especially the veterans who come back home. I have legislation that one of the first things that I worked on was the Veterans and Families Information Sharing Act. We have veterans who are in their aging senior groups. They are being taken care of by the caretakers. Many of the caretakers may not be first language may not be English. So we want to make sure the resources are available in different languages so they can help the veterans with the resources and the care, the health care needs, taking them to the hospitals in the nearby, all of that. That legislation has passed, and I'm very, very proud. That's one of many bills that I was able to pass through and get it signed into law. But there are veterans who come back home, they're exposed to toxins, and we need to make sure that resources are available to help them with the health care needs they deserve. So it's just, one or two things that I just mentioned, but my district has close to 27 or 28,000 veterans in the district. So tell me, this is an important issue for me.
Well, it is, and when you think about our older folks, they're worried about Social Security, they're worried about inflation, because obviously they are on fixed incomes. And when you have all of these types of outrageous prices that are happening right now, there are things, hopefully, that you'll be able to do in Congress to help offset some of this.
Absolutely. Protecting and preserving Social Security and Medicare is my top priority, especially those individuals, as you mentioned, the low income, middle class, especially those living on fixed incomes. Much of them are seniors. They are hurt by the rise of inflation that does not seem to be coming down under control. So a couple things that I'm doing is, one, I'm working to address the inflation by introducing legislation that is combating painful inflation. My legislation, that's already passed. And the second bill that I'm working with my colleagues is Inflation Prevention Act. We cannot pass any more bills that will add to inflation until inflation rate drops below 4.5%. Right now, we're looking at inflation at 8.3%. It could go easily to 9%. The prices of everyday goods in California is the highest, and it's increasing, and that puts burden on our families and especially seniors. I'm very happy to tell you the work that I've been doing to address those areas have been recognized by the Coalition of Medicare Services. They've honored me with the Medicare Champion Award, and I'm very proud of that.
Well, congratulations. That's something that's really important, because I know that when we listen to the administration, in which we have now, they do talk about how some of the bills that they pass, it's going to help cost of Medicare, it's going to help cost of your prescriptions. But on the other hand, is it really doing that?
Actually, it's not. they're trying to put cap on, the medication, the prescription drugs. But think about this: if they put a cap on it, it sounds good, it feels good, but the premiums will go up because somebody else have to pay for it because the cost of that medicine itself does not go down.
Right.
So other people are making it up by paying more premium. And so instead of doing that, what I'm working on is lower cost. So in Congress, I'm a co-sponsor of the Lower Cost Medicare More Cures Act that will actually lower prescription drug prices and help be more innovative, investing more in our R&D. So it will actually work on putting down the prescription drugs, because we're also working on offering the generic brands instead of the costly prescription. Those are the ways that I'm working on, and that's how I've been able to work with the seniors enough to get that recognition of being a Medicare Champion Award.
Well, that's good, because we need lower prices for many of our prescriptions and healthcare as a whole. So wonderful. Now, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, of course, you have your website, which is youngkimforcongress.com. And if they have any questions, you have an email for them as well.
Sure, yes. So they can follow me at Rep Young Kim. Every Friday afternoon, you will see my newsletter that recaps everything that I'm doing that week. And also my website is for the campaign, youngkimforcongress.com. So you can see all about the platform that I serve, and you can follow me, so you can follow everything that I do every single week on your behalf.
All right. Well, you're a busy lady. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Of course, if you want more information, you can always go to her campaign website, which is youngkimforcongress.com. We'll be right back.
At Harvard Eye Associates, we are committed to your vision care and quality of life.
It's a commitment we don't take lightly.
Our trusted team of doctors provides specialized eye care using state-of-the-art technology.
We deliver what matters to you.
And your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Welcome to Balbina's Mexican Restaurant. Stop by and experience the most authentic Mexican food in the region. We are serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have a very extensive Mexican wine list from Valle de Guadalupe and the center of Mexico. Visit us for breakfast and lunch from 8 in the morning to 2 p.m. and for dinner from 5 to 9 p.m. Stop by on Wednesdays and enjoy with half off on all of our wines.
Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have John Pearlstone here from the Village Music Club and his guest, Tony Robin, who is with Joy to the World Band. Well, welcome both of you. Very nice to meet you.
Thanks for
and nice
having
to
us.
see you again.
Hello, Lisa. Good to see you again.
So you have an event that's coming up, and we'll get to that in just a minute, and then we'll get to know you in just a second. But John, tell me a little bit about the Village Music Club.
Well, the Village Music Club really just started at the beginning of this year, although we had put all the pieces together towards the end of last year when there was a lot of demand for the village bands to play. The more we played, the more we got to know people in and out of the community, and made sense to put a club together to have people play in the village for the benefit of the community. And it's grown insanely fast. I think we're upwards of 500 people, 500 members now. I know, all within a year.
Wow.
And we've
less than a year.
Correct.
Right? Because
Correct.
I've had you on a couple of times now, and you've got so many events that are coming up. You guys just had a band, and then you've had one before that. So you've got a lot
Elvis,
in the pipe.
we try to keep busy. We like to play, and we like to bring bands in because there's just a huge demand for people to want to see live music. So
exactly.
we believe we can fill it, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, you have a band that's coming up, which is a 3-Dog Night tribute band called Joy to the World, in which you are a participant. Tell me about yourself.
Well,
My name is Tony, and I was a big fan of Three Dog Night back in their heyday from '69 to '73. They were actually the highest touring and grossing band of that period, right after the Beatles broke up. I was a big fan, so I thought I want to do a tribute to these guys. It took me about 3 years to get the right members because I wanted a look-alike, sound-alike experience.
Right.
Finally got my players that I needed, and we put it together, and it just went off like gangbusters. A lot of people didn't realize how many hit songs they had till they come see a show, and it was like, wow, I know every one of these songs. What a great experience.
Right.
So we put the band together about 13 years ago. You can see here, we actually replicated their Dunhill Records shot almost exactly. You can see the detail put into both the look and feel and sound of the band members.
Now, how old were you guys in that photo?
In that photo to the right, that was about 13 years ago.
Oh, it was when you first started?
When
Oh,
we
I
first
see.
started.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, what do you play? What position?
I'm the bass player and the band leader, and I play the part of Joe Shermy. And we have a Chuck and a Danny, as you can see in the picture,
Yeah.
and a Corey. And we're a 7-piece band. We stick to the actual, true to the musical arrangements, vocal harmonies. Everything is assigned exactly how the band performed them themselves and recorded them.
That is awesome. Well, we are going to listen to a clip right now of the band, so let's take a
Great.
look. Well, this is awesome. And like you mentioned, they have so many different songs. And some you said were from other artists.
That's correct. Actually, Three Dog Night, the original Three Dog Night, recorded and released songs from writers such as Hoyt Axton, Elton John. They released songs that were done and written by these artists before they actually released them.
Yeah, but it's. I was telling you that my sister listened to over and over again on the 45, and so that's why I was exposed to it.
They even had a song that was used in Jesus Christ Superstar, Easy to Be Hard, and that launched them hugely. So
isn't that great? That is awesome. How did you find them?
Well, that's what I wanted to chime in with. I mean, Tony has helped our community a ton. He does sound work. He plays as a fill-in for bands if we can bring him in. You know, as part of the whole Village Music Club experience, trying to improve the level of performance for all the things people get to see here. So time and time again, we've brought really quality guys like Tony in at our own expense. You know, we don't make any money to play, so we can have someone like him join us. And so he connected me with the whole tribute band world, and this particular group is, I think people are going to be really surprised at the musicianship. I've seen a lot of tribute bands. Some are great, no question about it, but these guys, you know, and they've said that about the Eagles tribute bands too, so they're as good as the originals, it's just they're doing their music, and that's what's happening here. These guys are going to come in and play like the original band. It's going to sound accurate. He's a pretty demanding guy, and people are going to really be surprised at the number of songs. The hidden gems are just crazy. You know, Never Been to Spain, all these other Joy to the World. These songs people know and love, but they just don't connect them with Three Dog Night. They're about to.
And I think that's nice because, you know, the tribute bands keep the music alive, right? Because otherwise, what would happen to the music? Because many of our younger generations would never hear it because, number one, it may not be on iTunes or it's not on Spotify or whatever the case might be. So at least you're keeping that alive. Let's talk about the event. It's going to be what day and what's going on?
It's set up Friday, October 14th. As it says, they're starting 7:30 at the PAC. We've got some great sponsors that have helped us get this whole thing put together. They're going to be available for about a half hour before the event. And they all deal with Medicare and the insurance community and healthcare. I think it's important people know that because the open enrollment's coming up.
That's right.
And so even if you're not attending this event, we hope you do. We hope you'll stop by and meet Yasmin and the other folks from our sponsors because they could help you at a time you really might need it. We don't try to sell anything, but we do bring that. We think it's helpful.
Okay.
And then as far as it goes, these guys didn't need an opening act, so they're just going to get in there and perform for a little over an hour and a half and hopefully rock everybody's world. We think they will.
I think you will.
Yeah.
There's raffles though too. You're having some raffles.
Yeah,
Let's talk
well,
about
the
that.
sponsors again help put things together for us where we put some really good quality prizes together. So if you purchase your ticket before October 10th, we're doing the drawing at the Nomads Happy Hour at Club 19 on October 10th. So if you have a ticket, we'll know your seat number, we'll find out who you are, and you can win the $250 gift card. There's other tickets to other shows. And there's additional prizes we haven't even added on there, though. But it's not your everyday, here's a bottle of wine raffle. It's pretty quality stuff, yeah.
Nice. Well, that's a smart way to go about it, is having raffles. I think that'll get people there, too.
We
Not
sure hope so.
that you wouldn't get people there, but nonetheless.
Well, it's been an awareness thing. People, Joy to the World, Three Dog Night, they don't quite connect it. And so we try to do a good job getting the video out there, but this may help bring a few people to enjoy it.
I love it. That's awesome. Now, how do people get tickets?
They can go to tickets.lagunawoodsvillage.com and just buy them directly, or they can contact us, vmclub8@gmail.com, and we can set them up, let them know it's available. Happy to do that for anybody who wants it.
Perfect. Well, you've been hard at work, and I know you've got some other concerts coming up, so let's take a look at those.
Okay, great. Yeah, I wanted to send a message to the community that, you know, we've had a year of massive growth trying to get organized, and we've learned a lot, and of course, everybody knows about band drama. Well, there's club drama. And so trying to figure out what direction this club's going, it's become clear some of the village bands just aren't comfortable, you know, playing when we need them to play. And as a nomad who started during the pandemic, we play.
Yeah.
You know, if we're asked to play, we show up and we play, and we've been doing it at the Club 19 every 2 weeks. 4th of July on and on. So since we've had some bands decide they don't want to play in our dates, as the clubhouses have opened up, we've gone and picked up some top quality bands from Orange County, even from LA area, to fill those gaps. So we've got a CCR tribute coming up, Trisha Freeman band that
she's great.
Yeah, and James Kelly is coming at year-end, do a little holiday party for us. So I've asked Carrie Wojo, who's a professional line dance instructor, to join that event too. So like
James
I said,
Kelly, man, well, his wife is awesome. She definitely does the line dancing. She's got the skills.
It's just trying to have as many parties as we can. That's really what we're all about.
Isn't that what your life is all about, John? I swear.
I do my best.
He just wants to have one party after another.
Party man.
And not to mention the packed stuff. We've had a lot of fun bringing, you know, more fresh stuff. There's great events. I mean, Louis Billowitz does an amazing job. So does Millie putting those pack events together. But we've got the Beach Boys with a holiday rock and roll event. And we've got a Johnny Cash event that we're talking about early next year that we're going to bring our Bob Dylan tribute band in as part of.
Oh, good.
Like you say, keeping the music alive. Nobody did Bob Dylan. I've been singing a lot of his songs, so hoping to bring that. But anyway, just one thing after the next, get on our mailing list, and we're going to keep everything inexpensive, try to keep it all $5 to $10 per event.
Yeah, that's
Nobody else is doing it, but we're getting sponsors, and we're talking to the bands, and so far we're making it work.
You've got your hands full.
It's fun. I like it.
I think he's keeping busy. Very nice to meet you.
Nice
Good
to
luck
meet
to
you,
you.
too.
I'm sure everyone's looking forward to the
We'll see you at the
performance.
show.
Yeah, I hope they can buy the tickets. It'd be great.
Thank you. What was the email address again?
They should go to tickets.lagunawoodsvillage.com to buy them directly, or vmclub8@gmail.com to contact us if they need help.
All right. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
And of course, if you want more information about what we've just discussed, you can always get in touch with them at vmclub8@gmail.com. We'll be right back.
Now at LA Carpet & More, you can transform your old bath into a new walk-in bathtub or shower in as little as 2 days. Plus, save 50% off and get 5 years 0% financing. It's easy, affordable, and fast. With 35 years in business and serving over 300,000 satisfied customers, Call 800-684-4100 for an appointment or visit one of our showrooms.
I'm Dr. Bobby Awadala, double board certified dermatologist and Mohs surgeon, and I'd like to introduce you to Skin Credible Dermatology and Surgery. We perform general dermatology, including skin checks, suspicious spots or moles, and other skin problems. Plus, we have the highest cure rate for skin cancer removal. Our state-of-the-art facility is top of the line with industry-leading lasers and cutting-edge cosmetic products. Our goal is to turn back the years with a natural, beautiful look. Visit our website or give us a call to book your appointment today.
Very exciting and a very fun movie for you today. It is the new version of Elvis, and this is actually based on the perspective of his manager, who was Colonel Tom Parker. So they kind of show you the background of how he met him and, you know, kind of the road that Elvis went on. And it's a great film. The guy does a great job of the impersonation, and very cool movie. I think you're going to enjoy it. His name is Austin Butler, and he does a great job. So enjoy that today, and that will be, of course, 2 p.m. with all the subtitles that you need, and 6 p.m. without. So very exciting. Brought to you by Harvard Eye Associates. And then I want to tell you what Monday's movie is, just so you have an idea. It is also a great flick. It's the continuation of Jurassic Park. Now, this is called Jurassic World. There was Jurassic World 1, and now this, I believe, is the second Jurassic World Dominion. And that'll be at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without, brought to you by Pacific Financial Planners. Okay, just a couple of announcements. Today, don't forget that it is the Health and Wellness Expo that is happening here in the Village. At Clubhouse 5, it'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And of course, you can just show up, no need to RSVP. Lots of goodies. They're going to have boxed lunches while supplies last. So make sure that you enjoy that. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at warm skies, but nothing like we've had in the last couple of weeks. It won't even burn off our fog and clouds until around 11 o'clock this morning. Pleasant today with 79-64, nice tomorrow 79-65, and then mostly sunny on Monday 80-68. If you're traveling, the beaches are looking a little cooler than normal. However, San Diego is at 74. Local beaches 71-63, San Diego 74-64, Santa Barbara 73-58, Tahoe 71-40, Big Bear 72-40, Mammoth 71-35, Palm Springs 98-75, still warm out there, and Las Vegas 95-72. Have a great weekend and enjoy your first weekend of October. We will be back again on Monday morning right here on Village Television at 9 a.m. If you missed any of our programming, you can always watch it on our YouTube channel, which is Village Television, and type in ThisDay. We have a variety of playlists. And of course, you can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5 daily. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.